controversial deal in the U.S. could fundamentally rewrite internet freedom as we know it. The congressional deal would trade the deregulation of artificial intelligence for unprecedented federal censorship powers. Stick with me here. A high-stakes compromise is quietly brewing in Washington as the White House negotiates with congressional leaders to fundamentally reshape the digital landscape. Under the proposed deal, reported by Axios, the federal government would strip states of their authority to regulate artificial intelligence. Let me just pause on that real quick. We're all looking at the federal government, bought and owned by the AI tech oligarch demons, okay? They're giving these AI companies anything and everything they want, letting them run roughshod. But now what they're saying is, even if states want to step in where the federal government is lacking, if states want to step in to say you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't use all this water, you can't do the noise pollution, you can't do X, Y, and Z, they say, nope, we want to block you from being able to regulate at the state level, effectively halting progressive state-level efforts to hold tech companies accountable and restrict energy-heavy AI data centers. In exchange, lawmakers would push through 3 major federal censorship bills: the Kids Online Safety Act, the No Fakes Act, and a federal online age verification mandate. While framed as common sense protections for minors, civil liberties advocates warn these measures represent an unprecedented expansion of federal control over online speech. Let me pause to point out, they first started with these things when it came to porn websites, where they said, we need age verification for these online porn websites. Well, what does that actually mean in practice? It means if you want to jack off to online pornography, you need to submit your driver's license to a government database.
Yes!
Yeah, I don't know about you. That seems to me like mass surveillance. That seems to me like the government having way too much information on what your personal kink is, what you're into. You have to submit your driver's license to jerk off? What the fuck are we talking about? What in the 1984 hellscape is this?
Now, this is twofold, because to my surprise, Florida warned my ass about a couple. I think it was about 6 months ago. I was bullshitting around, and you go on the site, and at the top it got the little ticket there, and I'm like, whatever, bypass, whatever can it be. Nigga, I went on there a couple weeks after that, or shit, literally like, last month, 2 months ago, them motherfuckers had they had a mask on the video, because you get your little preview, right? And then they got a mask on the description. And when you click on it, you then have to go to a third party site to verify yourself. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, yeah, it's me. I ain't a robot, it's me. Then the motherfucker said, show your face. Oh, hell no.
Damn.
Nigga, my dick's off. Nigga, you could just imagine. Yeah, element. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting back.
You sit back. House quiet. You're like, all right, let me get this off real quick. And the motherfucker say, show your face. You're like, oh, nigga. I don't even know my wallet at. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, son, that is crazy. Complete mood killer. Complete vibe.
Oh, it kills the vibe so bad.
That is not Vibe City. Vibe City. That is terrible, bro. Shit. Tell me what site that was so I never go there.
All of them. Bro. I tried all my sites, nigga. I was like, XX, X videos. I was trying them all.
All the X's.
All the X's.
Oh shit, that's crazy. It's already happening, bro. Oh man. Like, here's the thing. I'll say this. I don't think this is meant to help kids. I really don't. Because I think this is more about surveillance. They weren't this like kids being safe online wasn't that important to them when it came to pornography and all that. As a matter of fact, Elon bought Twitter 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Like
and
don't mention that about Twitter. That's the good site.
X. Yeah. And it made it basically an X
on me.
Yeah,
leave it alone. Don't even mention it.
Yo, and he's just out. Like your kids can find anything on there for real. Like That's why they got Blue Sky. You know, way more regulated. It's open source. I fuck with that. We might have to hop on there, but when I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, it's just not really about protecting kids. This is more about us them trying to know everything about you. Imagine all the things they're gonna know about you, and your, like you said, you're knowing your kinks and all that stuff, and just being able to surveil you. And what I don't like more than anything is the preventing of states to regulate AI. So we're saying that the federal government gets to decide if a company comes in and does business in a state, and taints the water, and we just the companies can't say, hey man, you can't do this, you can't do that because of these regulations in this particular state, because not every state is structured the same way. Some states are heavily reliant on reservoirs and their water source. Some states are heavily reliant on certain things for aggregation and irrigation, and there's a water shortage in places, in droughts, and you got to take all that into consideration when you're letting these AI companies come in and run roughshod in there. But they want to piece together the Kids Online Safety Act. Let me go back and read that again. The Kids Online Safety Act. What else? The No Fakes Act and a federal online verification mandate. Let me look up what the No Fakes Act is. Let me just. No Fakes Act is a bipartisan federal bill designed to protect the voices and visual likeness of all individuals from unauthorized AI generated digital replicas and deepfakes. I like this one. I like that. I like that.
This is what they make you do, by the way.
Oh my God. Don't get us banned.
It's nothing on there. You can't see nothing. You can't see it. They don't let you hear it. They mute it, and you have to go. So then you click start age verification, and then verify your age. And then when you go to verify your age, you have to go here.
Okay.
And then so you verify your age,
So-
you either create an account or log in, and then let's say selfie for
So-
age estimation. Yes,
Okay,
you have to do a selfie right there.
All right, so let's dissect this. Let's dissect this, because I believe that we have to give this some context. Do we want our kids to be able to access these websites? No, we don't. We don't. So
No.
let's put that out there. We don't want that. We do want to protect our kids, but they're also saying they don't want any culpability in when a kid does something like self-harm, or has body more dysmorphia issues, or you're not able to block things for your toddler. Like, so on two folds, they're trying to get more information from us for whatever websites, deregulate it by the state, and also not take accountability for the kids. So the publicly it's like, hey, we're trying to protect your kids and all that stuff. And because of that, what you see on there, people will see that and be like, oh, clearly they're trying to protect the kids. They're looking out for everybody, you know. But the truth of the matter is, behind the scenes, they're trying to not take responsibility for what's going on a UK US national level, where they are now being faced with a responsibility for the addictive natures of their websites. They want to be able to maintain that addictive nature of their tech platform, not even websites, tech platforms, of their applications.
Now I got a question for you, Chidi. I don't know if you was about to land, but I got a question. Can this information be used to track those that are searching and looking for child stuff, like child categories
so.
stuff?
But
Would this be something? And if someone presented that as the umbrella, could that be something that you go under the tent to protect yourself from? Like if that's something that
I think giving your face to a prawn website is a bit much. Adult website, it is a bit much. I do. However, age verification, I don't mind it. Are you a robot or not? Yeah, I don't mind it. And if people are searching that, they should be able already to be flagging that anyways. So yes, if you are making now your kinks and that part also being able to be tracked in a part of the algorithm. Like if they make an adult website that's similar to like a Facebook or Instagram, which is like now you're gonna have to sign in, verify, and all that stuff. Then you're able to flag this person for that. I'm all for that because we want that. But the problem I have with that is that I don't think they're doing this to help kids. I
No,
think
no,
that
no.
it's disguised as that. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have X the way it is right now. You know, and and I think that's the bigger picture is that are you truly in it for the right reasons? Because people are telling you, hey, we're being harmed by your product. Are you going to change it? Are you going to try to alter it? Instead of just saying, you know what, we're going to change the endless scrolling and the notification spikes and all that stuff. We want to alter that to minimize that going forward. I mean, we've already got everybody we can get, pretty much on these apps using it nonstop. It's a monopoly of sorts, with a lot of these tech apps. So at this point, I'm like, yo, you got enough money. You're getting advertising dollars. You're getting freaking all this type of shit. Now it's time to change it back to a safe place. And why is that such an issue? Why can't we people like say, hey man, can you protect our kids? And you say, you know what, we don't want to be responsible for protecting your kids. Throw that onto Google and Apple. So like I don't mind the whole verification stuff, giving your face and your ID. It's a bit much because I do think that that can just make a profile of you online, not that you already got, but now they're getting even more into who you are. Oh, this person likes BBWs, and like this is what they can use to you to sell you things, to
I think
advertise
BBW
to
would
you.
be fine if niggas like bestiality. Now that's something niggas need to like. You know what I mean? Like
I
I
don't
like.
I don't want people knowing any of that stuff though. Like, but granted, bestiality, yeah, you can flag them and all that stuff and say, listen, man, this is weird. You need to get help, you know. But think about it. If they can go ahead and let's say somebody wants to be, I don't know, let's say I develop an app, it ends up selling very well. I'm in like now a merger acquisition, and they're like, oh, guess what? Chidi likes in his searches, and just make a whole scandal out of it. Like that's just weird to me. And I don't think that companies should be able to have that access. And I think that's where things get kind of dicey. And you already know that this will be used for political blackmail, you know. So I do think it's a step. I'm concerned about the surveillance state. I'm really concerned about the surveillance state, and I'm concerned about protecting kids. But I think there's ways to do that where we're not essentially just consolidating our information to give more and more information to these tech companies. I think that's the primary issue is to find a way to protect the children while not giving these tech companies more and more information and surveillance on us. They're not even trying to stop the algorithm and feeding us nonsense. They're not even trying to stop the endless scrolling. They don't want us to um, they want to keep these apps as addicting as possible, and it's part of their business model. And I think that that's the issue they're fighting is like they're fighting for the right to make you addicted to these apps, not to protect your kids, and also to help surveil each other, surveil people. So I hope that the No Fakes Act passes and all that stuff. The new version of the Kids Online Safety Act, I do think it's detrimental, and it steers away from the original purpose of the Kids Online Safety Act, and it removes all types of responsibility for these tech companies, and we need to keep an eye on that because if they can publicly say, "Hey, we're protecting your teenagers," while people are suing for their kids having body dysmorphia and suicidal thoughts and mental health issues, it's a both they're playing both sides. It's hypocrisy, as we said before.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you.
am I back?
You're back.
Okay. All right. My bad, man. I thought you went down, nigga. I was about to say, oh no, we can't see you. It was me whole time. You're the killer.
You're the killer, bro.
To your last point, because I heard everything. I was still in Discord and I was watching the show.
Mhm.
You was running the show. You look good, by the way, too, brother. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
thanks.
Shouldering, brother, on the solo shot. I think to your point of the both sides thing, one of the things that I believe, um, Meta spending helped pass 4 state laws, right? Louisiana specifically, they had 12 lobbyists who were deployed for one single bill that passed 99-0. So in Louisiana alone, Meta spent over $324,000 across 9 firms, right? And in California, they spent over $1 million in direct lobbying in just the first 3 quarters of 2025. So the lobbying and the money that they're spending, they are in some form or fashion.
Are you hearing me? Are you hearing that? Are you hearing that?
I'm
Oh,
hearing
my
that,
bad.
yeah.
I'm just trying to
No,
find
no,
another
no, no, no,
spot.
no. You're
I'm trying to
in
find
a preview.
Huh?
Okay, I don't know if they can hear it on the
They
show though, but
can't.
I hear
They
it.
can't.
Okay,
Yeah, we're not
okay.
messing yet.
All right, bet. Okay. Yeah, I'm in there, Geisha, but that's I gotta work. I should be
You
like Maya.
stopped. You stopped.
No,
My bad.
I should be like Maya at the piano. Nigga, it's the
Yeah.
synchronicity. You know what I mean?
Lock in.
But I think to what we're saying is playing both sides is they have the ability to do so, because first and foremost they are such the fabric of what we are, who we are, what we do, what we present, how we present ourselves. Like they are the very much fabric that when we wake up, the first thing we do is grab this so
Oh
we
my
can check
God.
this,
True.
right? So
True
like
story.
we are preaching to a choir that might be deaf.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Are we deaf? I might be deaf my damn self, but like,
no, because no, or we're presenting a painting to a crowd who may be blind. You see what I'm saying? Like they won't be able to receive what it is that we're because again, this goes back to you and I, right? We speak about you and I and what our daily habits are. And because we're in this content game, right, we have to change or make a direct pivot from who we are because me, I'm just a Twitter guy. I'm on Twitter. That's what I do. You know, I can mind myself, lose myself in Twitter and YouTube. That's it. So for the content game, there is no reach. There is no type of advantageousness for me to be on those apps. So when we talk about changing our habit and forming a habit, I don't know where I'm about to go when I get on TikTok. I don't know where I'm about to go and what I find when I get on Instagram. I don't know who business I'm about to get into when I go on Facebook. You see what I'm saying? Like, so for me to make that's why I don't go there. Right. But I have to now. Right. And
no.
so
Here's I think you're looking at it a little bit weird. Not weird, but a little bit wrong. I don't think you have to interact with it for sure, but you don't have to consume on those apps. I'm the same way in
that's
which
gonna be tough though.
I consume YouTube really primarily, you know, but I try my
Okay.
best to minimize when I have off times and just get my mind away from the phone. Period. You know, sometimes just tap in with the family, do some dishes. You know, kind of like lock in on what's needed around the house, intentionally. However, like yeah, like TikTok, when I gotta go and post something, I post something real quick. I might see something. I'm like, more rivals content. Let's move on. I've seen it all. Like every now and then I might see somebody online and see what they're doing. Oh, they're on that. Okay, cool. Move on. If you don't need to consume it, you have to have a little more grace in
Well,
yourself to like.
for us, we will though, right? So and the only reason I'm just pushing back just a tad is because for us to sift through with us, everything
That's
is right.
different. I think the mindset of consuming content in the mindset of trying to find something that you're trying to connect with is different, I think, to me. I don't know. I think the mind I go into it on a weekend, we're like, okay, let's see what other content's like us. Business, I have a business mindset on. Like, I'm not coming to it just like from a standpoint of, let me just sit down and watch this shit and get sucked into TikTok. No, I'm not doing that. I'm like going there for a specific purpose. And
Okay,
and
okay,
and
okay,
I think
okay.
when you
I
go onto Twitter, you maybe you're
that's it.
just like, what you're going to Twitter for, or maybe not. You just go and see what's up. Like, you just on Twitter, like,
Yes,
you just going to see what's up, and you just
and,
sit back and
yes,
just, oh, that's what
I'm
happened.
there.
Oh,
I'm there for hours, and so that's the scary part because I know I've lost myself in Twitter already. But this is what I'm talking about, a fabric, right? This is what I'm trying to say. The fabric of me is 2009. I've been on Twitter since 2009. You know what I mean? Like the fabric of
your nature.
arguments. The argument with my girl was she like, is me or would you delete Twitter? I'm like, man, I don't read the newspaper. You know what I mean? Like I have to find like it's a mental. It's like so I identify with I identify with my 5-year-old or my 7-year-old who's constantly on YouTube. Right, we're talking about brain right. I identify with the teenager who's constantly looking at their phone.
I do too. For me, it's YouTube. For me, it's YouTube. Sometimes I'll watch a whole video on the Jets, and I'm like, okay, what's next? And I'm just looking for something to grab me, and rather than like, dude, just move on. Like, go do something. I'll grab a drink of water or something. Like, and I'm like, oh, whatever going on. Oh, I'm like refreshing and shit like that. To see what's the next. Anybody I like post something like, and it's like, that's what I be doing. I'm like, and then I'll see something interesting.
And it's also just to wash, and I do that to wash dishes, to fold clothes, to like sometimes, nigga, I'm like, my food get cold because I'm searching for something to watch.
To watch while you eat, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so like.
It's like our TV now. It's our TV show. It's like we should, channel surf back in the day. Like, oh, channel 1, 2, 3. I can't find something good. That's how we do it on YouTube. Like, it really has become. When YouTube came out, I would never predict that it would turn into the majority of what I watch. Like, it's now my TV. Like, back in the day, I'm like, oh, this is cool, but I'm gonna turn on, ESPN. I'm gonna turn on Nickelodeon back in the day, or watch some, cartoons. But now I've gone to a grown adult who's like, now I'm interested in the news. Now I'm interested in, and I don't trust the news on TV, on channel, TV. I'm now looking for
YouTube and try to find.
Yeah, I want to find an independent media, Then I watch ESPN and Stephen A. Smith. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to hear this nigga talk anymore. Let me go find somebody talk about my Jets who actually knows what they're talking about, and an independent media. So I trust independent sources who are doing the research like me and you and finding it and bringing it back, because that's what it takes nowadays. Like I think that it's kind of been decentralized in a sense, and it has caused more division. But at the same time, I do think that there's a reason why, because people are bought. People are realizing that people are bought. So YouTube, as much as I do gotta limit my use of YouTube, I do see a value in it. It's not like I just go there and I'm just like, oh no, I do go there and just zone out. Don't get me wrong, but I do also have moments where I'm going there to be informed. Yeah, to also be informed about certain things. Yeah. But yeah, more with Kyle Kulinski on this surveillance thing.
Pornography, but in reality, we have a mass database on everybody who's fucking jacking off and what they're jacking off to. Massive invasion of privacy. All right, let's continue. The backlash to this legislative trade-off cuts across typical political lines. Even conservative-backed organizations like the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, FIRE, have issued stark warnings, declaring that the package would dismantle the internet as we know it by empowering the Federal Trade Commission to dictate acceptable online speech. That's crazy, bro. So this would literally kill the internet as we know it, where it's no longer like, freedom, say what you want, do what you want, have anonymity. This would be like, the golden era is gone. The internet would no longer be the Wild West. It would be tamed. It would be only a government-approved speech allowed, which obviously that would be a fucking catastrophe. I mean, look who runs the fucking government, right? You want them making the decisions? Oh my God.
That sounds like
opponents argue that
communism,
enforcing these rules would effectively eliminate online anonymity while giving the
getting that
administration an
wrong?
incredibly powerful tool to censor dissenting political views and control what users see on major platforms like Instagram, Jesus. As the White House maneuvers to secure congressional backing, Americans are left facing a troubling dilemma. The long sought after regulation of big tech and AI may come at the direct cost of their fundamental constitutional rights to free expression. So that's crazy. So they are literally coming to end the First Amendment as we know it. We also know they're trying to get rid of Section 230. Section 230 makes it so that, like YouTube, if I say something crazy that's potentially defamatory, YouTube can't get sued over that because they didn't say it. They just have the platform where I said the thing, right? That's what Section 230 does, is it makes it so that it's like limited liability for these big platforms where they can't be held directly accountable for something people say on there, because obviously there's like billions of people on there now, and how could they be responsible for what billions of people say? It would make it unworkable.
All right. So you said, is that communism? Might be. Might be. We're moving towards a more. We're already in an authoritarian state right now. But so it's like either we know everything about you and we approve everything you want that you say online, which would be terrible for us, and what we do. Or we allow these AI companies to come in and have complete regulation, do whatever they want, complete, no state pushback on that. So
Why is it either or?
I don't get it. I don't get it either. Thanks for watching. The full episode is in the bio. Please definitely subscribe and follow. And if you want to check us out on YouTube and Twitch, we're live Monday to Friday at 9:30 Eastern. Peace.